There's been a huge spike in crime rates in recent years. To regulate it, the level of punishment has been up to an extreme for everyone. This has caused most government-run prisons to be overpopulated, underfunded, and in horrible conditions. Wow, I didn't know this game was based in reality. Prisoners with long sentences will often die of malnutrition or illness before their sentence is over. But now they can apply to outsource private companies that provide alternative forms of punishment. Whatever the fuck that means. The following program is intended for a mature audience. There may be contents of graphic, death, blood, gore, and violence. Viewer discretion is highly... something. For all my jaywalking. Oh! I fell out of bed. Where in the hell? Ah, right. Looks like somebody else has dressed me. I definitely wasn't wearing this when they put me to sleep. That's a violation of my privacy, or body, or... It's a violation of something. Pull the lever, Krunk! Wrong lever! A crowbar dispenses from the machine. You hesitantly pick it up when the slot machine swings outward, revealing a passage behind it. That's me, everybody! Great. This can only go well. Hello. Before we really get into it, I want to let you know that this is a chapter-based game. So far, only Chapter 1 was released, and it's also free on Steam and itch.io. If this looks interesting to you, maybe play it for yourself first, and then come back to watch how I do. Also, this video is streamed live on Twitch at the Crustacean Station, and if you want to watch the full unedited stream, it can be found on my VOD channel under the same handle. Links are in the description or in my profile. Now, back to the video! He's fine. Good luck! Thank you, Sign. I really appreciate it. Good luck to you too. So I do have a partner. Who thought you were a no-show? What took you so long? Well, whatever, at least you showed up at all. Can you let me fucking talk, dude? I started thinking they paired me up with someone that got cold feet. I don't know what's happening, buddy. Hiya. Hey. You got a staring problem? Huh? No, I don't blame you. I've been told I'm pretty irresistible to ugly dude. Hey! I'm not smiling. Why are you smiling, Amble? I'm not smiling. I'm furious. Are we waiting for something? The sign says to put the cuff on, doesn't it? Yeah, why haven't you yet? Sheesh, what are you being so pushy for? I was waiting on you, slowpoke. Right. Count to 3? Sounds fair. 1, 2, 3. Time starts now. Now it's looking somewhat like a proper game set. I like this music. Let's get started. Wait! What's all this waiting with you? Can't we get on with it already? I don't know what the hell's happening right now, dude. I think a little waiting is in order. I don't know how to play. Can we check the rules first? You don't know how to play roulette? No, I can play roulette. Let's get on with it. We're checking the rules first. Fine. Well, check the damn rules. You fucker who doesn't know how to play roulette will check the goddamn rules of roulette. Okay. Oh, we're handcuffed together! I thought we were handcuffed to the table! You have 10 chips to start. Whenever one of you likes, you can start a round to bet. You can bet a maximum of 10 chips or not bet at all each round. Once the betting period is over, you can press the button presented by the game to make the roulette wheel spin. You will win a turn based on how close you were to where the wheel has stopped. Oh, okay, so it's not... This isn't just roulette, this is a different kind of roulette. Interesting. The one with the least amount of chips when the timer hits 0 is eliminated. If you receive more chips than your opponent by the end of the game, you will keep the amount of chips equal to that difference. You cannot exchange chips with your opponent. You cannot purposefully handle the roulette wheel or tamper with stage equipment. Good luck. It information card received, roulette rules. Information is stored as cards. You can build the deck by talking with others and exploring to gain new insights. Interesting. You can always check what cards you currently have in the settings. Alright, let's see if I can win in roulette. Just enough time. What's that up there? Huh? The demon-looking thing with the pipe down its throat. Not sure. Has it always been pointed at us? Kinda feels like looking down the barrel of a gun. This guy's gonna die. Or I'm gonna die. Just enough. Or Ramble's gonna die. Or one of the people in chat's gonna wanna go for way ahead of you. Is what I would have said any other time, but since it's apparently your first time playing, you do the honors. Beginner's luck and all that. Thanks, buddy. This surely won't fuck me over. You should go all in. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I like irony. I'm going 13. How much are you betting? Let's go 2 chips. Yeah. I don't know. You sure about that one? What? Something wrong with it? Nothing. Bet on 22 with 6 chips. Wow. Roland on. Feeling lucky this round? Hopefully. He bet on 22. How did he know that 22 was gonna do something? I don't want to bet quite on 22 yet, because I'm not sure, so I think I'm gonna bet on... 20. Yeah. Let's do 2 chips again, yes. Ain't that considered bad luck in some places? Shit, is it where? I remember exactly, but he didn't say anything about my 13 bet, but on 31 of 7 chips, so he bet on a different one this time. He knows something. He knows something. They say, 3rd time's a charm. Counting on it. He bet on 22, 31. Those are both black spaces. Let's bet on black. I only have a few chips left. Let's go up a couple. Let's do 4. That'll leave me with two chips remaining, I think. Let's do that. Bet at 4 chips. Yeah. And he bet on red. I think I'm just programmed to lose this. Ball landed on 12, which is a red space. Well, I'm gonna have to go all in on this one. I'm gonna go with my original bet. Not going all in. Then 27. 27's a red space. 22, 31, 27, and red. I don't think there's any correlation between those numbers. And it's gonna land on 27. It landed on 22, but his was closer. It's like Lady Luck's all drooling all over for me tonight. Would you cut that out already? What, winning? It's roulette. I don't have much of a choice in where the wheel lands, pal. No, treating this so normally. Rubbing in how much longer I've got to live. What the hell is wrong with you? What, you want me to get on my knees and apologize? You signed up to be here, didn't you? Doesn't mean I signed up to be gloated by some arrogant prick. You haven't even given me a chance to catch up. Would you leave? Well, I mean, would you have? Would you have makes more sense than would you leave? What? Given me the chance. If our tables were turned and you were the one winning right now, would you have let me? Probably not. Someone you don't even know the name of catch up? It's luck, buddy. Just like how unlucky I got to be stuck with some whiny asshole who isn't even my type. Gay. If it's not on your side, you weren't gonna make it very far here anyways. Besides, I don't see why I should feel sorry for someone who's dumb enough to get caught. And even dumber to choose to come here as though it wasn't entirely in your control. Use information cards in conversation to relay information to others to win arguments against them. Reason for imprisonment. Read, yes. You know what you did. Yeah, that's not very helpful. Yeah, I guess. It's not my fault. It was the first time I'd gotten arrested. Well, you weren't expecting to have consequences. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. It's not like I had anywhere else to go, asshole. It's not like I'm some big evil criminal mastermind. Dante's the only one who had... Dante only had the one back exit. The cops had blocked off a bunch of roads. There weren't Dante's? The big pawn shop down in Mondo's Dante's, yeah. Look, last thing you're looking for is a pity party. Just forget I said anything. Did they tell you it would be easy? What? That it'd be something quick? That you were just the guy they were looking for and they just needed you for a small favor? I was hard on cash. I work in a fucking cubicle, for God's sake. I never done anything like that before. Never stolen from anyone. I'm not a criminal. I'm not like... Sorry, I lost my temper. That's not right for me to say. What, you're not like me? Not until recently, anyways. Forget I said anything, you're right. I knew the risks coming here, same as you. Just wanted out, and... It's a game, and I just got unlucky. I wouldn't have made it very far anyways, it's not your fault. What are you doing? Presses the button to end the round. The ball lands nowhere near the bat. What's the fun in being far ahead this early in the race? I might as well level the playing field. He feels bad for me. There was something about Dante's that stuck with him. I wonder what that was. Thanks. Better not take that for granted, by the way. I'm already starting to regret it. If I don't figure out some kind of strategy for this, it's just gonna be luck deciding who lives and dies. 20 contestants were picked for this. If there's a room like this for all of us, then that means half are meant to die within the first round. Unless, So if we have the same amount of chips by the end of it, then, Wait, don't bet this round, Oh, I see how it is. Just because I heard you out once, or do you think you can boss me around like I'm your lackey? That's a low blow. That's not what I'm... The rules. Did we read the rules closely enough? Hey, don't try cheating me out of this. They say we're not allowed to tamper with the wheel. No, about the win condition. What was the win condition in the rules? That whoever got the most would move on, right? Not exactly. It only said whoever got the least wouldn't move on. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength, Betty and I are. It never said anything about the winner. What are you playing at? If neither of us gets the least amount, then neither of us would get eliminated, right? If we tie, we'd both be allowed to pass. Sure, but the rules say we're not allowed to trade chips, and there's not much you can do to rig the odds. If we both play the same thing, I still have higher chips than you, so I'd still end up winning. If we play randomly, there's too much variation in how much you can win to ensure you get the same amount. Like, I get what you were going for, but trying to get out of one of us dying is just gonna complicate things. Not unless we both lose. If we each run out of chips, then we're both at 0 and neither technically has more than the other. We'd be tied. But what if that means we're both eliminated? That would have been written in the rules. It would have. 1 minute remaining. Well, if it's the best chance we have, you'd better be quick about it. Alright. How much are you betting? 1, Bet on 4 with 9 chips, Ball landed on 27, Wait, since you're an expert at losing, why don't you choose where to bet for me, Don't like the way you put it, but I guess I'll try. Bet everything! Oh, can't, Oh my god! No, there's not enough time! Okay, well, that's the end of it for me. Shit. Hey, no worries. They already know we figured out the game's gimmick, right? Maybe that's just enough time. Shoot, you. Well, that's the end of that for me. Well, everybody, that'll be the stream. Landed on 35. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, I have too many chips now. Okay, he's got 0. I gotta bet it all. Come on, come on, I gotta lose. Yes! Okay, we did it this time. We did it. Sure about this, hotshot? Well, too late to turn back now. Oh? How's that percentage looking? Lower. A little bit lower. Little bit lower. Okay, worked out. Please proceed to the next area. Woo! I was worried about that. Look at his face! I take back what I said about you not being my type. Oh. Now then, you heard the ominous voice, let's get going. Right before that, what's up? You mentioned something about me not knowing your name earlier. What should I call you? You want my number too? Kidding, I don't own a phone anyways. Benny's fine. You? Eddie. We rhyme! I was literally just thinking that! We rhyme! Amble. I don't rhyme. Amble and ramble, though, we rhyme! Seems so. Well, I don't like it. I want to feel special. That's real. How do you feel about Eds? Well... Alright, Eds. They might shoot us for real if we take too long. Come on! Character card received, Benny. Risky runaway. Character cards can only be used on special occasions. You can build a deck by talking with others and gaining their trust. You can always check what cards you currently have in the settings. Interesting. I wonder how many people figured that out, or if we're the only pair. Benny? Over here! Ah, it's a fork in the road. Are those elevators? Are you saying it like it's your sworn enemy? Because it is! The one thing I hate more than getting hitched are these hideous death traps. So small and close and packed, there's no room for- Ugh, I hate seeing it! Aw, he's claustrophobic. Don't be afraid of Santa Claus. If they're gonna make us march up to our own deaths anyway, why not just let me take the stairs? Seems like we don't get the luxury to choose. That's real, honestly. I mean, I would choose the elevator because I'm kind of scared of stairs, but, you know. Okay, fine, I doubt they set up anything on these. It'd be pretty anticlimactic if we survived all that and then died from something like an elevator crash. Well, I've been talking about the normal ones so far, but now the possibility of there being more to those is fucking me up double time. Thanks for that. You're welcome. Would me going first make you feel better? Yes. Shit, okay, we're caged. Fucking knew it! Quick, is there a vent or escape hatch anywhere? None that I can see. Eds! Well, here we go. Benny is not gonna want to get in that. Dappy Goon. Oi! Spotted another one! Starting to think we got another dud. So did you kill your partner in there or what? Seemed to just be the one. Maybe we'll end up with even numbers after all. Less solo winners than I was expecting too. 4, 8, 12. I'm not seeing Benny. Fuck, was there only really meant to be one winner for the preliminary game? Are they not letting him up? Or maybe he's just not going up because why the hell would he after that? What the hell is makeup? You're supposed to be in your dressing room. Duh, what the fuck else would Makeup be doing? It's dress rehearsal. Page them and let D deal with them. I stopped waiting on them 20 minutes ago. Lights! We're on in 15 seconds. Ah, there's Benny! Ugh, I still don't get why the stairs weren't an option. What took you two so long? Everyone was waiting on you. Oh man, does that mean that I was the last one here? Phew, he's fine. Yeah, that's good. That would be really, really fucked up if they didn't let him come up. Mr. Gates, please return to your mark. We're on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where winners strike big and losers fall hard. 20 lucky prisoners have been selected from right here in Motos to start. And 13 have proven themselves in the preliminary rounds to meet you here tonight. The contestants have had a shot at earning a few chips in that game, but depending on how they're played, there's a slim chance they're still in the red. Mercifully, they'll start to be receiving Mercifully, they'll still be receiving a few chips, as well as opportunities to win even more throughout to help from falling behind, and, well, cutting their time here short. Poof! A recap of the preliminary games they played to get here, as well as interviews with each of their players to begin shortly. Including a familiar face, I'm getting word a past showrunner has made it past the preliminaries. You got caught again? Wow, isn't that something, Don't leave then either. Witness the first of many trials that may show just who among them has what it takes to bet and be forgiven, against any possible temptations, with the winner taking home the grand prize of a total pardon, It all begins tonight on... Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an extra lucky Season 7 of Bet and Forgive. I'm your host, Cupid King. It's lovely to have you here with us tonight. Hey! I got paired up with a... Oh, shit. Hold on. Wait, I gotta... Something with a kid. Something about a kid, First you handcuff him to some stranger, then you had the nerve to shoot a gun at him? You think that's funny or something? Is he even supposed to be here? Hey, I'm talking to you! I'll just say... Well, that's the end of that. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. What an electrifying start to the season! We've got a great show planned for you tonight, and you'll get the chance to learn all about this season's contestants after this short message from our sponsors. Don't change that channel, folks! Beep! Cut! Paired with a kid in there, what the fuck kind of stunt are you trying to play? Okay, so I got the important stuff. Great, first makeup, now this. And I'm out of smokes. How long till we'll be back on, We're gonna have to wait until he's up again to do interviews, Thank the devil we haven't let in the live audience yet, I'm taking my 15, Wait, excuse me, I have a question, The show usually starts by now. Are we supposed to expect it to stay here until things properly resume? On my break, do whatever you want. Please do not do whatever you want. Instructions will be given momentarily. Hold your horses. What about the contestants that didn't win any chips, There was something mentioned about their time being cut short, Oh, thank you for reminding me. Contestants that pass the preliminary round with their partner will be offered 5 as compensation, This will keep you from being eliminated for the time being. Oh, good, Only 5? That's barely any at all. The hell are we supposed to do with that? Maybe if you bothered to win against your opponent, you'd have actually earned it. What a shit opening. I'd tell anyone, but I was totally planning on jumping down and making a run for it too. Glad that guy went before me. Serves him right for not following his assigned role. Wait, you mean those things we got from the slot machine? Oh, that was a roll. Oh, am I supposed to be, like, hitting people over the head with this crowbar? I could start doing that. You first. You first. From the looks of the tape, you'd have no trouble following your brutal title, so you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Hey, no, I didn't yell and attack your partner into giving up all their chips. Benny, back me up here. Benny isn't in front of his door where he was standing only a moment ago. Well, there goes Benny. Benny started to nonchalantly kick at the slumped body on the floor. Ish, is he even alive? He's still twitching, so my guess is yes. Ugh. Oh, good guess. Yay, I've won. You owe me 5 whole chips. Damn it, I knew I should have gone with the other horse. Wait, did we even make a bet? You should still be kicking him. Oh, should you still be kicking? I guess I'm doing great with the brazen bull, huh? Yeah, keep kicking that guy. Keep kicking him, like that. Yeah. 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 Should you still be kicking him? It's not making him any worse, is it? It's making it worse! Ah, shit, I didn't catch that. What did he say? He said keep going. Good heavens, never mind that. Look at his wrist. It's one hell of a mark. Hard to see the full extent of it without with that cuff in the way, but... Speaking of, when are they gonna remove these anyways? Do we gotta head backstage or something? Pardon me, but Mr. Gates and Mr... Cut to the chase, lady! Do you two recall seeing anything being fired at the young man before he fell over? No, he looked like he just got electrocuted. Wasn't even looking in that direction. This is just another silly guess of mine. But when he received this penalty, maybe something was activated within him that caused him to be electrocuted. The wristband! Perhaps by... something that was already on him. Why don't you try meeting up with others in the meantime? Plenty of birds in the cages. Don't you mean fish in the sea? Nope! Can't argue with that. Information card received electrical burn. And here comes Amble with the folding chair! Dappy goon. He seems to have noticed you standing near them. Orca Man! I do look like an orca. That's right, I'm yapping at you. Hurry up and lend the crew a hand. We've gotta look for provisions that make Shark Bag feel better. Who? The partner! The feller who took the blow for me up on the stage. The underdog crybaby, I believe his role was. You guys wanna help him? I say it serves him right for disobeying the rules. It does feel quite unfair for him to be punished without a detailed warning prior. This may be a competition, but I'd much prefer it to be a fair game for everyone. We must not forget to be civil and maintain our sportsmanship, even in a hostile environment like this. I don't know about all that. I just want to be okay, because he's my chum. He started to pull on your jacket sleeve, trying to drag you over to the side where his makeshift crew is standing. I'll just stand there, Orca Man. All hands on deck. I almost read that as duck. I'm gonna think more on it. Too afraid to sail, I see. Fine, we don't want a landlubber like you on the ship anyways. It's more like he's leaning toward a pirate than a sailor. What fun is a competition if they're willing to help the loser? And I thought we were supposed to be the nonsensical one. Hello? Just means fewer players to worry about. Those types won't last long. Doesn't mean they need to spoil it for the rest of us while they're around. Oh, they're talking about me. Yeah, alright, buddy. I see you. Say, you made it with 0 chips, right? The other two exchange confused looks with one another. I did! Yeah, that's right. Real shame. We were just planning on doubling our pot if you'd like to join us. The hell are you asking him for? I thought you wanted a tight chip. I don't trust this. I'm not joining these guys. I saw that fellow over there take quite the shock. I'm sure everyone's worried sick looking for bandages and we don't want to distract you from anything more important. We may need help finding more funds if you have the time. So I'm not big on gambling. Oh, don't worry, we wouldn't be wasting any time on that. We're taking more of a direct route. I'm acting pretty chummy for someone asking to rob someone with a stranger. Who said anything about robbing a prison? Now he's up on the money. We're robbing the joint. That was the plan, wasn't it? Can't see a possibility where that doesn't go horribly wrong. The moment we're caught, we'd be eliminated. Why take the risk at all? We have our reasons. The details can come after. There isn't much time until we're called back for interviews. Are we in business or not? No, I'm not doing that. Beginning to suspect I might have overestimated you. Better come to your senses soon. I don't trust them. I'm not going with them. Oh, they're cool. Poor thing. Should we help him as well? I don't think getting further involved if it is the play. We still need to look out for ourselves. Besides, haven't you heard the news? Lots to investigate now. We wouldn't want to waste what limited time we have. Investigation as if it isn't just slowly walking around and pointing at things. This is serious. It's practically a given that everyone else's first move would be to explore each room and get used to the arena. Thankfully, the plan I have in mind goes beyond that. I want to look further into the producer's side of things, not just the bare minimum the game allows you to see. Seem like the type to go missing under mysterious circumstances after the staff takes you out back. Out back to see the rabbits. Exactly my point. The whole place is an elaborately built set. Think about all the different layers that could be surrounding it. There's not a chance that these walls don't have something hidden behind them. Hell, or under the floors! Don't even get me started on the vents. If I were to guarantee one thing, it's that there's always some kind of reward that comes with being thorough. We could find something that'll help us in the next game. Sounds promising, But I'm more worried about any of us getting into some serious trouble for this. It'd be awful to see you two hurt. It's gotta be a loophole we're overlooking. You know what, let's suggest something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's join this group. The only thing we're told is to familiarize ourselves with the area. Just tell them you were doing that if you get caught. Ah! How long has he been standing there? For the entire rant. And you didn't think to tell me? Oh, I thought you already knew. Sorry about that. Well, if you don't mind, we're trying to have a private discussion. You could go along and... Well, what he said ain't too bad of an idea, though. I doubt they'd punish anyone when they haven't explained the details in the first place. Most likely just let us off with a warning. If it's alright with everyone, I could tag along. I was planning to do the same anyway, so... Sure, I don't see a problem with that. I do! Well, you're outvoted. He just came up with an excuse with you, or for you. Well, but still, shouldn't you ask for my opinion before letting others in on it? Oh, sorry, was I supposed to? Why, it's not like you're the leader anyways. Yeah, the leader is obviously... In that case, we could take a vote right now. Would that make you happy? I mean, I can just leave. I vote for the bull guy! Huh? And I'm not sure who to vote for yet. I vote for the bull guy. Don't. Works for me. Perfectly pleased with the results. I don't think he's perfectly pleased with the results. If this is what the people want, then who am I to argue? Someone's taking this well. Show us the way, leader. Great. I'm already on bad terms with the paranoid cosmetologist. Cosmologist. 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 I give up. Well, I was just thinking about sharing our names. I'm good with that. I'm Coben. Nice to have you as our leader. The little ladybug here is Poppy. She and I were partners during roulette, actually. And this eager investigator is... Don't you dare tell him my... Vega. Or Vega. Vega, I think it's Vega. I heard you were Gates? Eddie works fine. Not important. Are we done here? We should start with backstage first before going any further. Perhaps the mirror is only one way. Without a doubt, something's on the other side. Maybe Bull Guy should smash it. I do have a crowbar. Well, I don't know about that. There should be a less violent way of checking. You do your finger to the glass trick. Learned about you put your finger to the glass, and if your finger touches itself, then it's one way. I think. See, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. See if your fingernails are touching with your reflection. Hasn't that been debunked? Has it? Has it been debunked? Regardless, it's an obvious spot to hide cameras. Who knows what footage they can get of us and edit into something else or use it as evidence to punish us. We should be careful with what we say. So we shouldn't be talking out loud about sneaking into staff areas and finding out what they're planning. The host's private room. I'm sure there could be some incredibly damning information here. If only one of us here knew how to pick locks. Wait, do none of you know how to pick locks? Why would we? Well, I don't know. You're all criminals, aren't you? Wouldn't it make some sense statistically for one of you to know how? Statistically, no. If that's the case, wouldn't it make more sense for you to know how? You're just as much of a criminal as any of us. that last part's debatable, but yes, I just don't have any of the correct tools with me. Wait, you actually know how? How? Well then, if you don't have the tools to do it, then why did you expect any of us to have the tools to do it? Interesting, I wonder what kind of commentary this statue's supposed to evoke, Everything has some kind of purpose behind it. There must be a reason behind its material and placement, Maybe if you pull out its arm, something will trigger, a hidden lever! Why didn't I think of that? Wait, Vega. You quickly grab Vega's wrist, dragging them back from entering the fountain. Ow, 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 ow! If you got something to say, then use your words, will you? Shit, sorry. But the cuff's more likely a shocker. I don't think it's worth it to get it splashed with water. I was going to do it in a way that won't get a drop of liquid on it. Go for it then. Vega swats your hand away and continues walking into the water. It was still nice of you to point out before anything happened. They could have gotten gravely hurt, Damn, so close. You actually wanted that to happen, didn't you? Vega pulls on the arm of the statue. It doesn't budge at all. No noticeable changes in the lobby either. This might just be decor, actually. So the cuffs being a shocker, is that verified? How did you figure it out? I would have never guessed it myself. It's still a theory, but Cecilia and I were talking about it earlier, and, So you aren't even sure? It's better to play it safe, The cuff's in a different material than what I'm used to, I also didn't see anyone shoot the guy, and he did that on his own, Obvious when you think about it, Just wanted to test him, that's all. Sure, buddy. Okay, so that's like that's the scale lady. Hello, sir, how are you doing? Your entry is denied. Well, it's not healthy to keep things bottled up like that. Your entry to his heart has been denied. That's so sad. Well, that's not the only thing off, What is it, There's a slot to insert something to use this. It's too small to be for chips, Most if all, not all payphones are used with some coins, Crazy, I know, No, for once, he's onto something. Thank you, For once? It's weird that everything else is chip-oriented except this, Did Cupid ever mention currency outside of chips, Maybe he forgot? Being on stage can be very stressful after all, I doubt it. He seemed right at home, Okay, so we've got slot machines, some games, food stalls, Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, look! Whoa! Yes, as you can see, Vega does have a pimple right above their hairline. No way! No, I think Vega actually spotted something, Looks like there's a vent on the ceiling, It could potentially lead through somewhere off limits, And in a concealed space, no less, I don't think the architects were thinking about the layout for a space filled with criminals very well, Or maybe that's exactly what they were thinking about, Good to know. You notice a familiar face in a shop near the counter, Shit, is that... Do you think he's here to spy on us? I think he's busy haggling with the cashier, Oh, it's Cupid! Maybe we're not as important as you think we are. Well, he's still the host, That seems like a pretty high status to have down here, Who knows what he's planning on doing that? What he's planning to do to us, We should be wary, Vega's right. Those mask assistants were trailing right behind him, He's someone important for sure. We shouldn't let our guards down, Still, they need to piss their pants over here just seeing him, I did not piss my pants, But if he's important, that means he has answers, right? If our goal is to learn more about the show, why don't we ask him directly, Do you even hear yourself? A death game host being honest and cooperative is unthinkable, They're all sadistic, bloodthirsty, backstabbing weasels who... You know I can hear you guys from here, right? Vega? You're not doing very well at keeping on the down low. I'm not associated with them. You were the one talking. Edwin, why don't you do the talking? What, why me? Well, you're the leader, aren't you? I guess. What'd you do to that contestant? You mean sandbag? I didn't do anything. But he seemed like a very healthy fellow. I don't think he'd suddenly faint on his own like that. Oh no, something was done to him. It just wasn't me. I saw the marks on his wrist. Electric burn, right? Production controls the punishments then. Protecting the host, probably. Didn't want him to knock his fake teeth out. If they were doing that, I doubt I'd be in the position I'm in now. What position? But they were broadcasting and he was acting volatile. You put a bunch of criminals in the same room and flash lights on them. The hell do you think was gonna happen? I don't control that either. Complain to our lighting department. But you gotta admit, it's pretty cool theatrics. Information card update, electrical burn. What are you planning? Well, right now I'm getting bad habits. If the shopkeeper weren't being so damn greedy. What's your plan with the show? What's your game here? You'd have to ask production on that. I just have the call sheet. You know most people open a conversation with hi or hello, right? Then why host the show? Are you truly here just to follow orders from those controlling everything? Yeah, that's typically what a job is. Most jobs don't include pointing a gun from a demon's throat at people just to watch them squirm. If I wanted to watch people suffer, I could have just watched the show. Sorry to disappoint, but if you're looking for a talk with a showrunner, you're talking to the wrong guy. So he's just here for the money. This is just a job. Feel of fortune. If there's nobody manning the bar, there are no cameras within the alcove, we should be safe to explore it. If there weren't any rooms north of the bar we had access to, meaning the vent likely leads somewhere off limits, like a janitor's closet. Exactly! That was meant to be a dig, but it might be even sadder that got you excited by that. It's not what's in the closet that could be exciting, but where that could lead to. The staff-only areas connect with one another. If we find a closet, it may lead to a break room, and that break room could lead to where the showrunners work, or where the show's analytics are stored. The custodian's closet is the first step to what could be a grand conspiracy. I never knew you were so passionate about janitorial duties. The worker that was following around Cupid on the stage mentioned things were still being set up. So you're suggesting we wait until the producers are ready before we begin trespassing? That's very thoughtful of you. No, I'm suggesting that if we want to break in, we shouldn't put it off. If the workers are busy setting up the arena, they'll be pulled away from other responsibilities. There's a chance things could become more busy once the bar is in working order. Wow, look at you, starting to sound like an actual delinquent. And here I thought the leather jacket was trying to compensate. Good point. I'll do a quick sweep to see what's on the other side. Back to the vent! I've carried a lot of bagged soil, but I don't think I'm strong enough to bend metal yet. But this type of task is exactly what I want to do in the group. Can't you at least try? I might have something. Why? Got any ideas? I've got a crowbar and... You didn't think to tell us? Alright, Poppy, you're up. What? You know? You know? You know, Fine, give me a boost. Problem. Jesus Christ, you scared me. What is it? Did you get caught? Nah, nothing that exciting. I found a room, but I just can't get the vent from the other side open. Oh, I need to borrow my crowbar? Scoring a free weapon, I can swing around it, unsuspecting passerby sound tempting. But there's no way I'd be able to use that. I need someone stronger to come with. Fine. Let me go in first. You can give me directions from behind. What a gentleman. You're gonna take a left right here. Thanks. Did you see what was on the other side at all? Not really. It's pretty dark in there. It smelled like a hospital, though. A hospital? Maybe it's a morgue. It's a morgue. Information card received. Morgue. 1A, past, deceased. Okay, so... Huh. Okay. No, what? I assumed for a second that, like, 1A, 1B, those would be, like, the people that were paired together, which would make sense, but it wouldn't make sense that 2A, 2B, and 10A and 10B would both be deceased. So that's interesting. It's weird. Really weird. Hey, over here. Oh, that's foreboding. Oh, hey, look, it's my grave. Well, not grave, but my storage locker. Like, there's one for Lackadaisical Pest 2, one for Paranoid Cosmologist. Seems there's one for each of us. That's cute. They're unlocked, too. How fucked would it be if we opened it and our own bodies were in there? Hey, well, now I have to check. Seriously? Okay, yeah, empty. Did you actually think you'd find something in there? The thought was freaking me out. I wouldn't have been able to leave without knowing, or I'd be thinking about it all day. Wuss. Hey, wait, what about the other ones that I got stuff on it? You mean the clipboards? I don't recognize the roll on it. So those are the people that died during the preliminary— yeah, these are the people that died during the preliminary rounds. Looks like it. Check this out. Bullet to the head. Participant 1B deceased. Preliminary round roulette. Incident report, player elimination. Cause of death, gunshot wound. Anatomical century, gunshot wound 1. Fatal gunshot wound entering through anterior midline scalp and exiting right posterior scalp. No projectile recovered. 2A received same thing, yeah. Roulette, player disqualification. Oh! Okay, no, that makes more sense then. Player disqualification, tampering of equipment. Cause of death, gunshot wound. Gunshot wound 1. Posterior midline scalp, partially exiting. Covered from left anterior scalp. 3 gunshot wounds. No, 2. It's 2 gunshot wounds. I was kind of looking at this, and this. It's 2 gunshot wounds, okay. Roulette. Player disqualification, tampering of equipment. Gunshot wound. Gunshot wound 1, non-fatal, entering through lateral left knee and exiting interior left knee. No projectile recovered. Gunshot wound 2, fatal gunshot wound entering through left posterior axilia. Mushroom bullet recovered from right upper abdomen. Huh? Player elimination, cause of death, gunshot wound. Gunshot wound 1, gunshot wound entering through left lower abdomen. Relatively intact bullet recovered from right lumbar region, 2 inches. Anatomical summary, gunshot wound 2. Non-fatal gunshot wound through right hypothermar eminence and exiting through right hypothermar. No projectile recovered. Gunshot wound 3. Entering through lower umbilical region and exiting through posterior sacrum. Bullet penetrates through the small intestine and lumbar vertebrae. No projectile recovered. Gunshot wound 4. Gunshot wound through the right interior axilla and exiting at posterior right axilla. No projectile recovered. Graze wound 1. Above brow, 1 inch by 3/4, or centimeter? Anatomical summary, graze wound 2, below left axilia. Participant 8A deceased. Preliminary roulette, incident report, player elimination. What does that say? Hold on. No, I'm taking a screenshot, because that is very slightly readable. You can make out some letters. I think if I up the contrast on it, I would be able to see. Producer... That says producer interference. Yeah, that says producer interference. Interesting. So incident report, producer interference, player elimination. Why did a producer interfere? It wasn't for tampering or breaking the rules or anything, because if it was breaking the rules, that would be listed. Gunshot wound 1, fatal gunshot wound entering through anterior left neck and exiting through the right posterior neck. No projectile recovered. 10B deceased. Preliminary roulette. Incident report, player elimination, cause of death, gunshot wound. Anatomical summary, gunshot wound 1, fatal gunshot wound entering left upper chest and exiting left lateral back. No projectile recovered. Participant 10A deceased. Preliminary roulette. Incident report player contravention. Refusal to proceed to game area. Okay, so this isn't the guy. I saw the mark on that wrist and I was like, oh shit, is he dead? No, he's fine. No, this is somebody else. That could have been... Oh crap, that could have been Benny. Refusal to proceed to game area. Cause of death... Excited delirium? Anatomical summary abrasions. Electrical burn on right flexor. Scarring along right flexor. I guess it's weird knowing they were other contestants. There's a chance we could have met them and things turned out differently. At least they weren't alone. Even if we never met them, they got the decency of dying of somebody else. Though they'd only known each other for a few minutes, I'm sure they'd still appreciate it. That's a nice way to look at it. Guess so. Yeah. It's interesting. These files of contestant include their medical information. Guess it's nice when they keep tabs on any health conditions we have. Yeah, but why keep it in the morgue? Is there anything worth knowing about it in there? I doubt the grand conspiracy Vega was talking about included whether or not anyone here has asthma. No, it was whoever has dyslexia. I wanted to say something else, but I forgot the word for it, and the only thing that came to my mind was dyslexia. Oh my god, why can't I remember this word? I just have dyslexia on my brain for some reason. That's not a medical thing, though. The joke doesn't work with dyslexia. The joke only works if I say something medical. Diabetes! That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of diabetes, god. It's not asthma, it's diabetes! Participant 1A damage to thyroid. One of them has chronic... whatever that means. Participant, 10A, history of heart conditions. That's all I can really get from it. A lot of medical jargon. Finally feel the back of your... Oh, okay, gotta go! I thought he was leaving. He just had a going-away party last week, didn't he? Nah, he started gambling again on his probation. Shit, let's go! Poor bastard. At least they were open to rehiring him. Right. Hired. But yeah, he's damn good security. I could see why they offered again, even with his habits. Maybe even because of those habits. Eddie? Are you listening? Do not hit them with the crowbar! Eddie! Huh? What are you doing? Come on! We need to go, I've been saying that no time. Okay, well. Did you hear that? Hear what? Could've sworn I heard the tray door. Ooh, spooky. Maybe they're trying to get out and seek revenge on their prison guards. Don't even bring that up. This place gives me the creeps. Even if we had zombie serial killers roaming this place, I don't think we'd have anything to worry about. It's not like we're the ones who shot him. I've just been on edge ever since management brought up a break-in. Tammy told me there was a missing medkit from the shop. Oh, so no one bought it. Someone stole it. But for all we know, someone might have just misplaced it. It's annoying. We're already rushing enough as it is. I don't even want to guess what upper management's planning. Probably figuring out if anyone's left they can give overtime to that isn't already crunching. Hey, if we're lucky, then that devil will offer some gift cards in exchange for it. Don't count on it. The door clicks shut and you hear their footsteps trail down the hall. Holy shit. That gave us some good information, though. Yeah, that's some good information. Honey, we're home! What was back there? Just a bunch of dead bodies. Very funny. I assume it was just a dead end then. No, it was actually a bunch of dead bodies. It was quite literally, it was the place that they store the dead bodies. Mostly bullet wounds, which isn't surprising. But with contestants 10A, excited delirium. That's right. What did the medical sheet say? Yeah, this one. Participant 10A was also noted to have heart conditions, yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Likely a heart attack then, or some sort of nerve damage. I hear it's a common association for many bodies that have been electrocuted. Where are you hearing this kind of stuff? Aren't you a gardener? Maybe he was an organ harvester. He's still not gardening, but it's farming of some sort. All contestants, please proceed backstage. Interviews will begin momentarily. Once your name is called, you will be asked to go on stage. It was a big revelation, and a strong first step. We've made good progress today. I hope you'll do right as to not lose this momentum. Poppy! Hey, you! Oh, this is Sandbag. You the scumbag that pushed Sailor around? No. What? You think you're tough for threatening a kid? That's it? What? No, I didn't push him around. I haven't talked to him at all during the break. Oh, are you sure? He said one of the scary guys wearing all black. I think I'm sure, yeah. Oh. Never mind then. Have a good day. Or I guess, good luck with interviews? You too. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I like Sandbag. Oh! You could see the interview on stage playing live from here. Looks like Benny's out there now with Cupid. So I got a question for ya. I think that's supposed to be my job. How much are you paying to keep it? Don't they usually hire someone who's actually charming to host for a show like this? I mean, you're already balding from how much your tacky pink dye you've smeared on your scalp. Worth being eye candy our job. Not to mention how fake those losers across the stage are. This is what makes them cheer. They're booing me, that's a compliment. Continues with Benny antagonizing both Cupid and the crowd. They're all preying on his downfall. Afraid. Yeah, what is your name? No. Should I be? Of what exactly? They point towards the gates of their fan. Are you asking if I get stage fright? Oh. I don't think so, no. Held up a fan of a drawing of a clam on it. No, I didn't clam up before, forget that. Oh, they don't- that tongue-tied. They don't talk. That's fun. The hell is wrong with you? It's like Elise and Sailor getting in a fight. No, telling someone to break a rib before a performance is a good thing. It's theater, Slake, for good luck. Everybody knows that, dummy. Never mind. Even after stealing from me, you're still giving me a good luck? That's when someone needs luck the most, isn't it? Wouldn't it be luckier if you didn't screw me over in the first place? You're a real laugh, you know that, Dodo? Albatross, actually. Same thing, trivial tycoon, deadly dreamboat, nonsensical joker. Even just saying the rules makes my blood boil. She sound really heated, the hell they do. The question is, what didn't they? Their lot ransacked my pockets for all I'm worth. Stole from and intimidated a young man who'd only wanted to help his friend. If you'd insist on saying you're not the role you were assigned, then I advise you stay away from the likes of them. I made the right choice. Brutal Bull, please make your way to the stage. Let's get this over with. I need to head on stage for interviews. Oh, that's not the that's the lobby, we were just there. As you peek past the gate, so you see the curtain separating the doorway from the main stage open. God. Filling the corridor with a blinding light. Soon followed by a guard dragging Penny off the stage and a muffled distant booing. Well, don't break a leg. Don't? So you can haul ass out of there when they start throwing bricks, duh. I'll do my best. Brutal Bull, please make your way to the stage. Refusal to comply will result in a punishment. I got it, I'm coming. As you get close to the stage, you hear loud yelling. From here, you can't tell if they're booing or cheering. Sounds like cheering to me. Fuck, that spotlight was bright. You've had quite the day. How are you? Good. Wow, really? No, yeah, sorry. I've been better. Well, regardless of how you've been handling things, we're glad you made it far enough for us to meet you. Yeah, me too. Wait, haven't we already met? So, Eddie, why don't you mind- you don't mind if I call you Eddie, do you? Guess not. Which of the contestants caught your eye? Vega, Poppy, Coben. Ah, the mysterious bunch. Don't tell me you've been scheming together. No, nothing like that. Or scheming against them. You know, we've heard that Vega fellas got an eye for detail. We wouldn't want to see a guy like you making too many enemies this early. Something tells me you wouldn't mind. Well, it's still early in the show. I'm sure there's a chance for you to better get to know the others further down the line. Or even switch gears depending on how alliances shift. I'm not sure about alliances. Not much for friends? Maybe that'll give you a leg up in the more bloodthirsty games further down the road. Ooh! What was roulette like as your first experience of Bet and Forgive? Shouldn't have joined. Well, I could have told you that. Maybe you should have penned me first. You're not making it better. Despite any reservations you may have had after signing up, I get the appeal. You do? Of course, who doesn't want to be on TV? Do you not get what the stakes of being here are? Of course I do. I can't imagine waking up to a gun in your face is easy to get through. Thanks, you're the first person to really acknowledge that. Not to mention facing it after a power nap, much less, after going through hair and makeup. Would you please cut that out? The fake laughs. Whoa there, pal. No need to get worked up. Just stressed, alright. We all noticed that from the footage of your little outburst. How would you say that strategy worked for you to pass the preliminaries? Wasn't a strategy. What strategy? I was emotional, we both were. You claim you both were, but it seems your partner had been taking a rather lighthearted approach to the game up until you erupted at him. So when you say you were both emotional, do you mean you yourself caused the distress or his demeanor until that point, or was that some sort of front? He had been winning. I don't know what his thoughts were. I just knew I wasn't going to win. It was a life or death situation. Let's not get too heated now, Getty. Now I'm wearing red, but I promise it's nothing to get scared of. The brazen bull. I get it. But they stopped with that fake laugh track. He's not. Well, on the topic of your partner, can we get your first impressions? He was fine. Aw, come on. The audience would love to know more about you two. He's fine. I don't know, I just met him. Is he an ally? An enemy? He's Benny? So are you planning any alliances with the others? How about any people you think might be a trouble for you in the future? I already told you I don't know, I just met them too. Buddy, you gotta give me something to work with here. Then no, I'm not allying of anyone. I'm not a fan of- God, I can't fucking talk. I'm not allying of anyone. I'm not any of their friend, if that's what you wanted to hear. Even with Benny? Well, I don't know if we're allies, but you're more like good acquaintances. I trust him if that's what you're gonna get at. Well, isn't that interesting, folks? What's so interesting about it? Nothing, it's just, that's different from what he said about you. What did he say about me? If we're talking about the preliminaries, it's such a touchy subject, we can move to something lighter. He's doing this on purpose. What would you say is your biggest strength coming into the show? Smarts. Smarts. That's so. What kind of experience of that would you say you're bringing to the table? I actually used to work in finance. Well, not exclusively in finance. I didn't do bookkeeping, but the company I worked for predominantly worked in that field. As more of a maybe lay off the numbers stuff. We could keep it simple for the cameras of the interviews. Right, yeah. Any interesting facts to spare about yourself that you think the viewers wouldn't know? A hidden talent, a secret admirer, an unexpected hobby, anything. Though something we wouldn't have to censor would be nice. We've had some issues with the last guy. Unexpected hobby. I have a pet turtle. Ooh. Aw, how cute! Who would have thought a guy like you would have a little buddy like that? Well, I think I still do. I asked my mom to pick it up from my apartment. I don't know if she got it. I might not have a turtle anymore. Great! And what's the little guy's name? I don't know. You don't know? Well, maybe the audience at home could help a guy like you come up with a name for it. No, it has a name. Just don't make them name it. I just don't know right now, alright? I can't... Can you please pull out the light? They're bright. We can move on. Are we almost done? Don't worry, your next and final question is an easy one. I cannot talk. Why'd you do it? Oh, that's creepy. Huh? Did you not hear me? I don't want to answer that. Aw, come on! Who knew someone so brutal could be so shy, right, folks? Are you trying to set me off? Is that it? Huh? I just don't know. I don't want to answer. I don't know! Would you please just shut the hell up and stop talking for 5 seconds? Cupid makes another frantic gesture you don't recognize. Give a round for our brutal ball, everybody! Stage lights shut off and replaced with more bearable overheads. For a moment, you become highly aware of how close you are to the edge of the stage. Commercials will go for 3 minutes. Staff, please reset for the next contestant and escort Mr. Gates back. Psst, you know that's your cue to leave, right? What the hell was that? I thought that would have been a low-hanging question. I wasn't trying to hit you with any speedballs, alright? Well, you got a lot of nerve. You seriously thought that was alright to ask? Yes? What's got you so jumpy about why you joined anyway? That's sensitive of a topic. It's not what you asked. You half-decent host would have thought you were playing it up for cameras. Your lucky production must have thought so and didn't have security pull you off stage. Lucky they listened when I said to cut the cameras. Sorry, I didn't. I'll calm down, I must have misheard you. Had to cut the commercial after you anyways, don't sweat it. Sure broadcasters loved it, so nothing to apologize for. Well, that went well. Wow. Yeah? Yeah, that was... Listen, I don't know what came over me at the end there, just... So good! Huh? Actually, insane play. What a way to stick it up to them, holy shit! I'm not a fan of the tie wearers, but I gotta admit, you guys are smart. Should've known you'd pull something like that when you figured out the roulette gimmick. What did I do exactly? Kicking away a chance that someone could even attempt to learn more about you, saying I don't know at every turn? Making yourself so uninteresting, don't get to form any material out of you? Like, fuck yes, why didn't I think of that? That's not what I was. Oh, come on, no need to act all humble. I bet they're so regretting having you on the show right about now. You made them waste an entire space, and who knows how many resources on you instead of potential contestant that could have been way more entertaining. I can't think of a better middle finger to their face than that. Way to go, Eds. Never mind, thanks. Thank God, they're finally leaving us the hell alone for a while. What are we waiting for? We should celebrate! I think I'm gonna do some gambling. Oh no, Benny's right here. Ed, check out how much I've won! He shows 4 chips in his hands. Doesn't that mean you lost one? Smell all that hot grease in the air. And hey, they actually got a lot more options than I thought. Guess they're serving anything that could count as street food. I rarely get it, so... Heesh, what kind of miserable life have you been leading? What's next? You gonna say you haven't tried takoyaki? Dango? Hell, the basics of the basics, yakisoba bun? You're fucking with me. In my defense, screw your defense, you're getting one now. Which one? Now! Dango! More of a sweet tooth, huh? Not what I was expecting from you. Oh, what can I say? I can be a very surprising guy. I also didn't know it would be sweet. Here. Is hand feeding me really necessary? Benny keeps nudging the food towards your mouth. Too slow. I don't want to try it anymore. Joke! Joke! It was a joke! Well, how is it? It's actually really good. Yes, see? What did I tell ya? Aren't you regretting living a life full without even trying this before? Well, damn, you don't need to rub it in like that. Then he shoves the rest of the food in his mouth before patting the crumbs off his hands. Wanna repeat that? Then he puts up a finger while he finishes gulping the food down. Okay, continue. Talk to Vega's group. Vega? I thought that one sounded kind of annoying. They were. If I'm being honest, we didn't find much. Vega was convinced there was a bunch of hidden passageways behind the walls and floors and wanted to investigate. One in the bar, right? You saw it? Told you, slipped around 3 times over. Did you guys get the chance to pop it open? Yeah, but we didn't get very far. Wait, you actually did? We did! With the crowbar. And we found the morgue. So it's an employee-only area. Shit, Eds, why didn't you start with that? Do you know where it leads outside of that? That's the furthest we've gone. We were cut short by interviews. Damn, still. Maybe I'll have a talk with Four Eyes later. Hey, you don't think they're cooler than me, right? Oh no, Benny, don't worry. Definitely not. Definitely not, that's what I just said. So I'm still your favorite? Don't remember saying you were before. Doesn't hurt to just admit it, you know? How about you? What have you been up to? Benny makes a slot playing motion with his hands. Right. Since I didn't talk with anyone else, I guess that automatically makes you my fave. Thanks. Is that really all you have to say to that? Thanks. Like, I don't know what you want from me. Hey. You owe me a drink next time, okay? It's gonna be so sad when he dies. Interviews have concluded. Contestants may recharge in the designated waiting space while on hold for the stage changeover. Please be ready to be called back on stage for the main game of the day. Benny stands up and wipes the crumbs on his shirt, tossing the napkin back towards the food stall, missing completely. Seems like everybody's ready to mingle again. You planning on talking to any of them? You're just gonna keep gambling all your chips away? I'll see where the night takes me. You should try and have some fun before the next game starts. Might do you some good. Yeah, you make a good point. I don't want to waste my time if it's the last break I'll have. Well, that's a mood killer. I was gonna say, because you're already so lame, it'd be better to enjoy the cheap booze and unlimited gambling while you're here. Better than pencil pushing for some shitty boss and, what was it? Statistical inspection? Analysis. Ugh, don't say that again, I might throw up. Alrighty, alright. I'll spare you the gruesome details. I've been trying to settle on a gift for Lady Cecilia to show my gratitude thus far, but I found myself at a standstill. The only possessions I have with me are my lucky charm and my last chip, and I do not think she will appreciate either. That's right, you two are partners in roulette. What did she even do for you to be in this head over heels? She saved my life, that's what. I misunderstood how the game worked and had already reached zero chips before her. If Lady Cecilia stayed put, she could have easily won the game and earned a hefty bonus. But she decided to show mercy and bet her fortune. Something similar happened on my end too. Really? You should run away Mercy after he'd lost? Actually, he was the one to throw in more chips while he was ahead. You mean that delinquent with 0 ounce of respect went out of his way to spare you? So you only got 2 things on you? What's your lucky charm? Nice try, Gates, but I'm not foolish enough to be sharing this information with just about anyone. Can't help you if you don't know what you're working with. I suppose that's true. Very well, you've pushed me enough. My lucky charm is... a horse pick. What the fuck is a horse pick? Oh, it's what they, clean the... It's what they use to clean their hooves. There is one solution. While searching for the first aid kit was the main priority, I couldn't help but notice there was also something called a Feel of Fortune listed on the shop menu. I have been wondering about that too. Would you be willing to give it a spin? You're gonna gift her something random you got from a prize wheel? Well, what do you suggest I do then? What better options do I have? Even if it turns out the wheel isn't what we thought, it wouldn't be terrible to know what it's exactly for. Why me? Can't you just walk up to the shop right now? My situation in terms of chips is quite dire, and I refuse to risk my very last one taking part in those cheap, filthy gambling schemes. Isn't the wheel also a cheap, filthy gambling scheme? That's exactly why it won't be me trying it. It would be you. I plan to take the next bartending shift. With my honest and hard work, I can guarantee I will make back the chips you spend if you agree to lend me a hand this once. Well, what is your verdict? You know what? Sure. How much is it again? 25. I do not have 25. Let's go gambling! How much is my bet? God, I barely have anything. I'm doing 1. Lower. Lower. Higher. I have 13. Do I do more gambling or do I talk with somebody? I'll talk with you. You? Hey, how's your wrist doing? Ugh, that's right. You probably saw me eat shit on stage. It's doing. Yeah. Is it actually alright if I ask you something back? You know what? Sure, Sandbag. You're fine. Go for it. How do you do it? Do what? Your role. How do you keep up with it? It's the interviews. The way that pink bastard talked about me got on my nerves real bad. He slapped some flat label on me just because it's easier for people to get. I know I need to hold back, but that's just ain't who I am. I don't know. You seem to be the similar ring as me. Can't really be okay if how they describe you, right? How the hell do you do it? Do I really look like a punching bag? You are dressed like a sandbag. As for boxing gear, guess that was on me. How'd you get them to make you look so boring? I told them not to do anything weird. I didn't want them to put me in anything gimmicky. I know you're not a bad guy, not a bull, that's for sure. But your role at least allows you to do something. What, is crybaby underdog demeaning in some way? I can't see how that would be demeaning at all. If I try to act out, then people assume I'm acting out of character. And if I act in line with my character, the people are allowed to just walk over me. Maybe try asking Cecilia? Very funny. I don't know, I'm not very good at figuring out stage presence stuff either. Maybe. Reject my role! You trying to be a comedian or something? Don't you know I already tried that? That's what got me into this mess. Oh, that was... I thought that was me. I was giving him advice. He's never gonna win. Push down and push the point of crying it, put at disadvantage. Isn't that what an underdog is? So if you rebel and keep getting knocked out, and keep getting up again eventually, that just becomes who you are. Production can't punish you for not being a crybaby underdog if they push you into the role of a crying underdog, right? That's not a bad idea. If I keep rebelling against the role I'm able to fill in, was asking me about giving me what they want. You're smarter than you look, bull. Well, that might be pushing it. But seriously, thanks. It means a lot. For sure. Hope you feel better. And hopefully don't get electrocuted again. That can't be good for your heart. I want to talk to the person, the tongue-tied one. Vega, Edwin. You look like you're thinking about something. Do you remember what the host said earlier? Which part? That the former showrunner made it past the preliminary round. That means someone who directly worked on the show is among the contestants. Oh. It's interesting. That's so? It means one of the players here has information only someone in that position of power would have. I can't imagine the person wouldn't have some sort of advantage over other players. Even if they were arrested before, if they got to work on this season, they probably know how the games work. Furthermore, that person was picked on purpose. Everyone that applied was. If there was a showrunner that knew everything worked, who held such a major advantage over everyone else, why would they pick them? Maybe they wanted them to win. It gives them a full pardon, and a bet and forgive producer would likely have the connections for those things to go in their favor. But that's assuming that that person is still alive. They could have died during the preliminary rounds. I'm getting word, a past showrunner has made it past the preliminaries. Made it past the preliminary round. There was the one person that died because of producer interference. Maybe that was the person that was a previous showrunner. I think whoever it is may be more of an Achilles heel than the current showrunners realize. And we, the players, have more access to them than anyone else in the world, assuming they're still alive. In any case, what I really want to know now is, what exactly did Maneki do to end up in here? You wanna know about Maneki? Of course I do. Think about it, they haven't said a word to anyone. We know absolutely nothing about them. That's the tongue-tied one. They're a total unknown. Isn't that their entire deal, though? Their entire role is to be an enigma. Almost like it's exactly the sort of role a former showrunner would want to be given. I don't buy it. It gives them the reign not to be asked any questions, not to be accountable for anything. You sure you're not looking too much into this? Even if I am, having any kind of information on them is important. They're too much of an unpredictable factor at the moment. I want you to find out what got them here. In exchange, I'll share what I know about something in return. I mean, if I could find them. Is that them? What was that? Where did they... Huh. Interesting. Queen. That's gotta be lower. Ace. Higher. 7 ships. I should have bet more. 5. Higher. Shit. Lower. Oh, it's a draw, thank god. Higher. Game of day will begin shortly. Please make your way to the stage in a timely manner. Fuck already? Please pick one of the following cards. Guessing I won't be able to look at them. Please pick one of the following cards. Number 2. A 9. Clasp the collar around your neck with the card facing inward to begin the game. What? Aren't the spikes on the collar supposed to face outward? Clasp the collar around your neck with the card facing inward to begin the game. Right. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're putting on the collar. Please make your way to the platform. The game will begin shortly. Okay, here we go. Benny's hooked a finger on his collar and tugs it so there's more space between it and his neck. That's smart. But quietly retracts once he's noticed you. There you are, finally learning to catch up with me, huh? Are you really in that much of a hurry to play? I'm in a hurry to finish, don't get it mixed up, and maybe in a little hurry to play. As you talk, the lift retracts, and a slow trickle of contestants arrive. Well, I won't keep you waiting. I'll get back to you if I notice anything new. Acting like you're not obsessed. Yeah. I also do notice little indentations here. I don't know. You don't have a plan for the game at all, do you? Look at me again while asking that. Point taken. It just feels like everyone else here is antsy to pull something. Everyone here is just looking for the win. Don't let them get to your head. They're just as clueless as you are. As you talk, you notice Vic bouncing between contestants and seeming to offer something, but they each scoff and turn him away until he catches sight of you. Gates, what's your card? Oh, this feels like it really matters. You know what? I'm gonna tell the truth. Benny steps forward. Fat chance. We don't even know the rules of the game yet. Back off and stick it to your own lane. Fine. Have it your way. But you'd better figure out a solid exit strategy or you won't be leaving the stage. With that, he steps away from you two and continue asking other contestants, all of which turn him away. Well, I wanted to tell the truth, you know. Benny, if me not telling the truth gets us killed, I'm blaming you. But also, this is probably a game of bluff, and probably not telling him the truth is the best option. The hell was that about? Seems like he might know something about the game that we don't. They sure are taking their time setting things up. Starting to make me wonder where... There they are! Sheriff King here, reporting for duty. Never mind. Welcome! We know more than anyone how you've all waited very patiently tonight, and our contestants just can't wait to show you what they've got. Our first game of the season is, drumroll please... Blackjack! The rules are simple, if you can keep up, that is. Our contestants have each chosen one of 14 cards that they will represent. 2 through ace plus, play close attention here, 1 wild card and the Joker. Viewers at home with a keen eye may have noticed that these cards aren't visible to the audience members or other contestants, meaning the only one who knows what card they are is the contestant it belongs to. For all those pure souls who haven't gambled before, such as myself, I'll give a quick crash course. In the average game of blackjack, there's a player and a dealer, both of whom are dealt 2 cards, right? The goal is to get closest to 21 without going over. Whoever gets closest or gets 21 is the winner. Dealers will only show one of their cards at first, while players will show two. Players can hit to keep pulling cards as long as they don't go over 21. Once the player is satisfied with their score, they'll get to stay, and the dealer will pull cards until they get 15 or above before stopping. Simple, right? In Bet and Forgive, rather than being given a random pair of cards from a deck, two contestants representing two cards will pair up together to go up against the dealer. When contestants go up to the gallows to face off against the dealer, the contestants' combined value will be revealed. And the dealer will reveal one of the two cards they randomly pulled from the deck. Once the players see the dealer's card and have a better idea of what they're going up against, they can choose to hit or stand based on their hand and the dealer's revealed card. If you hit, you can bring on another randomly chosen contestant from the pool of whoever's remaining to add to your score, potentially tripping the scales in your favor. But be wary, you can keep choosing to hit until you're satisfied, but if you go over 21, you bust and you lose. Once you choose to stand, you stick with what you've got and the dealer reveals their second card. Your cards are lower than the dealer's, you lose! But if your group score is higher than the dealer's, or the dealer busts and goes over 21, you win, and everyone on the gallows will return to the lobby. Beautiful shrimp man. Please don't call me that. I get that number cards probably equals the same as, well, the numbers. But you said cards were given from us to ace to king. How much are ace and kings? In blackjack, all face cards, jack, queen, and king, equal 10 in value. The ace card could either be 1 or 11. And while the joker isn't in regular blackjack, here it represents any number from 1 to 10 depending on player choice. How will pairings work? Will we get to choose who goes up as a group, or is it free-for-all? So glad you asked! You will be given 10 minutes of discussion time per round, and once the timer buzzes, you will have to decide which pair is going up for that round. You probably already noticed that the stage isn't split into two sections. I did notice that! Between rounds, you're free to stand wherever you wish. But once it's time to pair up, you want to go as someone, you must be in that section closest to the gate. If you or your partner aren't there, tough luck! Only once a pair is picked will you be separated from the rest of the group and made to face the dealer. If no one volunteers that round, a pair will be chosen by an audience vote. I've got another one. What if multiple pairs volunteer at the same time for the gallows? That is exactly why we're giving you these! Toy pistol. If multiple people want to pair up in a given round, in order to determine who among the people trying to pair up are facing off from the gallows, you'll each have to outshoot your opponents. We're shooting each other?! Almost. You'll notice the little pistol has a flag in it. The first person to fire during Showdown will get to choose to pair with anyone else that volunteered. If you do draw first, so you're able to choose whoever you want to take with, even if they don't want to. That's right! If you're the one who drew first, you can choose anyone standing in that front section for the round as your pair, even if they decline. But once you stayed back or off the table, that's bullshit. That's just the kind of risk you'd have to take. Not everything may turn out in your favor. But as long as you're away from the gate, you're unable to be picked. For initial pairs, yes. If someone on the gallows chooses to hit, anyone, no matter which section they're standing on, can be chosen at random to join them. So don't think you're too safe even when you aren't going up to bat. There will be a total of 4 rounds. Once those rounds are up, whoever's still left on the stage is eliminated. And the timer starts. Attention! Yeah, brother. Before starts any conversations among peers, I'd like to ask something of you. I believe it would be in anyone's best interest to share your card with the group to avoid any confusion during the pairing process. And why on earth did we tell you? Isn't it obvious? I believe in order to best strategize for the coming rounds, we should each be open about what card we are. That way we can most effectively plan for the best course of action. I, for one, am the 10. What would that plan of action be, exactly? Pardon? Well, if we're gonna start saying what our cards are, shouldn't we know what the plan to do them with is? I think it's pretty obvious! We should start with the highest cards going first, that way all the smallest ones can call in more people with less risk of going bust. That's a good idea. If we go up as a pair as a king and queen, jack and king, 9 and ace, and then wild card and 8, etc., Are you crazy? It's only 4 rounds! If we do it that way, that leaves every number underneath 8 out of the game! Well, maybe they should have picked a better card. It also isn't the most ergonomic use of our numbers. While a king and queen sounds nice, it only gets you to 20. 20 is a good score, though. Sure, but if we're trying to be efficient with the amount of people we get on stage, it's not just getting a high enough score against the dealer, but also getting the highest number possible from each round. I understand I'm biased, but to be honest, my card is only a 4. But ideally, we get king plus queen plus ace, jack plus 9 plus 2, 10 plus 8 plus 3, 6 plus 4 plus the wild card, which would count as a 5 and equal out to 21. That's a terrible idea. Doesn't that leave out the 7? Yes, but it gives every other group a score of 21. Either way, 21 points plus 4 rounds is 84 points in total. All of the cards added up, even when making the wild count, an ace counts as 86. So no matter what, even the most ideal scenario, one person is staying behind. The main strategy shouldn't be hoping for the best, it should be planning for the best. So someone's dying. There's nothing we can do about it, someone's going. We go up in pairs, not trios. There's no way to ensure you'll get the one card you need out of all the available players. You can discuss all you want about an ideal scenario, but you're not playing on luck's side here. So going for the highest numbers first leaves all the low cards behind, and trying to plan for everybody to get a 21 has too much risk. We're at a standstill then. Then what do you suggest we do? Oh, I know! All I'm saying is the host made our cards secret for a reason. Sharing our numbers takes the fun out of what makes it actually blackjack. We should keep them all hidden until the last minute. Dumb and bad idea. Yes, well, Blunt, I do agree. Oh, good idea, Maneki. But they didn't even say anything! Maybe people should pair with low numbers so that there's less risk in calling others up. That way more people can join the stage earlier on, and low numbers are at less risk of being left behind. So 2 and 3 go on stage and hit to bring another player up. Then depending on the risk of hitting again with their new score, they all decide whether they want to go again. I guess it does leave a lot more up to chance. What? Cheshire's probably just saying that because they got a low card. Or screw everyone else, because they're unlucky. Then what card did you get? Duh, I'm 10. Didn't Rook just say she was 10? Stop ganging up on me! It's a lot of pressure being an ace, you know. And that's a completely different card. So Serial links arms with Rooks and drags her away. As the two leave, the group's attention disperses and people begin talking amongst themselves. Spit it out already! We only have so much time before pairing starts. Are you trying to survive the game or not? We're not asking a lot from you. This could help you move forward in the game. What do you get from trying to keep it a secret? If anything, it makes things harder for everyone involved. What do you mean you don't know? You saw what card you got, didn't you? You two aren't getting anywhere acting like that, you know? What's it to you? Tell Vega and Vic off. Would you lay off? Not even sure they can answer. You're not gonna get anywhere with them. Their mutism was the issue. They could still use their fingers to tell how many points they're worth. It's not an excuse. And what do you plan to do even if they did tell you? You're not exactly painting the most trustworthy picture. Transparency with cards benefits everyone. Clearly doesn't if they're so sent on hiding it. What do you get out of defending them? Are you two in on something we don't know? What's your card? Who wants to know? See, exactly. What don't you keep out of getting your secret? Is it that you're afraid you won't have anyone to partner with? That has nothing to do with it. Ugh, time's running out. You wanna play nice to the cameras that badly? Don't let it stop you. Okay. You okay? Beans makes a small clapping motion. It's no problem. Good on you not to crack under their pressure. Got a pretty impressive poker face going on. Keep at it, okay? I'll smile. Tongue-tied enigma. I got their character card. That's cute. Hey, but Benny suddenly pulls the trigger of his pistol while aiming at you. Jesus Christ, Benny! What the hell are you doing? Did I scare you? I guess I'm in a heart attack with that. Ugh! Like that? What's got him so upset this time? This stupid collar! I asked for a costume with easy movement, and what did they do? They put me in a giant heavy jumpsuit. Then when I'm finally feeling alright enough to get back into things, they shackle me with this? They're treating me like a dog or something. See, this guy gets it. I haven't felt this degraded since I saw someone taken down by their own shackle. You mean me? I had him try to rip it off with his hands, but even with all that gorgeous muscle, it's been a bust. If you feel my arm again, you're throwing you off the stage. Gay. Say, you wouldn't be able to get it loose with that crowbar of yours, would you? When did I show you that? It's a fucking crowbar. You aren't exactly keeping it stashed in your back pocket. Yeah, he's got a point. Where are we putting that? I hadn't noticed it yet. Love you, sandbag. I doubt I could pry them off. I could maybe get it loose enough to see what card you have, but the spikes might dig too far into your neck if I do that. The issue isn't knowing the cards, it's getting the damn thing off. Maybe try me just to be safe? I'll tell you if the spikes are too much. Really? Are you sure? Quick, do it before he changes his mind. Hey! Ow, ow, ow! Maybe a bit to the left. Okay, no, this is worse! Yeah, okay, crowbar might not be an option out of here. You alright? Maybe if you try going counterclockwise. Are you volunteering? I'll try my luck breaking the chain against the railing. Sorry, by the way. It's no trouble. You tried your best to get it off. I knew it was probably gonna hurt like hell regardless of if it worked. No, I saw your card. Are you sure? What, you mean the 7? It's such a bad card! I mean, I could have guessed that from how he was acting about the 7 earlier. But no, that's not right. Shrimp Man said to shoot the figure out of the pair, not to eliminate someone. Yeah, but a pair isn't that good of a hand, so it's best to aim for stuff like a straight or a flush if you can. We're not playing poker! Huh? Isn't this blackjack? Isn't what blackjack? The game we're playing right now? Is really a game to you? Our lives are on the line! Quick, before it's too late, tell me, what card do you have? Stop shaking me, it's a 6, I pulled a 6! Only a 6, eh? 6 and a 9, that's a 15. 15's a really bad hand. You're probably as good as dead, you should pair up with someone like a 10. No, I think their best bet... Actually, I think Sailor teaming up with, Coben would probably be a good pair. Because both of their cards are kinda bad, but together they make a 10. And any hit would be safe. At least the first one would anyways. And just hit, there's always the winning strategy for losers like you. What? No, tell him off. Ah, come on! I was just trying to get some friendly advice. You're trying to confuse him. If you're planning on sabotage, I'd expect better from you. No, I actually don't expect much of anything from you, but it's still low. You're right. Maybe if I try and get my chain tangled with someone else, they'll have to follow wherever I go. That's when I take my shot and bang! They're so tied up with me they can't say no when I yank them into the pedestal and bet it all on black. That's not... whatever. Thanks for the pointers, old man. I'd never have thought about it without you. Wait, so am I supposed to bet on black or throttle the dealer till they stop moving? You're supposed to play blackjack. Maybe I'll just figure it out as we go. Oh boy, Sailor. Beep. Time's up! Our quickest draw this round is... Heartless Maiden! What's the big idea? I don't even know what card you are. What gives you the right to jump there and pair off while the rest of us are still talking? Exactly! This isn't how we should be going about things! Not everyone's decided what pairs would be yet! Oh, I don't remember the rules specifying I needed everyone's permission to be up on the pedestal. Besides, I didn't seem to have any trouble. Perhaps you should simply find someone right for you. Looks like there's only 2 people who stepped up to be a pair. Heartless Maiden, I take it you know who you're pairing up with? My loyal equestrian, of course. I just wanted to double check. Please step up to face against the dealer. Naturally. Oh boy, a king. Hope you two weren't planning anything too fancy for dinner after the game. You might have to cancel that reservation. I don't think we'll have much to worry about. Let's see what the lovely ladies will be working with, shall we? Oh, they're at 21, God! Well, we know who the ace was. Well, would you look at that? First round, we've already got ourselves a blackjack! See, I told you you could trust me. I never had any doubts. Now, I'm legally obligated to ask this, but forgive me for sounding presumptuous. I'll take it you two will want to stay. Well, actually... Was there something you wanted to say? As I said, I don't doubt your reasoning or your intent. Then what's wrong? Don't you think it'll be in our best interest to hit? What? Why? Why would you hit? You're gonna die if you hit! Someone's got the numbers mixed up. You've got nothing to worry about. We got a blackjack. We're safe. Of course I understand that. But maybe while it's not in our best interest, perhaps it is the greatest interest of others? I mean, only 2 of us leaving would be, if we could bring a 3rd player, Then what happens? I don't understand. You're not making any sense. I mean, only 2 of us leaving would be... I apologize, I'm trying to be more eloquent about this. Maybe you got confused, is that it? You're right. I must have been thinking about it wrong. Apologies, miss. We'll stay, Mr. Cupid. I appreciate you humoring us, miss. Alright, dealer. Show the folks at home that card. Player wins. Looks like we got ourselves 2 winners. Bad luck, Mr. Dealer. You'll get him next time. I sure fucking hope he doesn't get him next time. Platform slowly rises back to the main stage as Cecilia waves down from below. Best of luck, everybody! Don't keep us waiting. Go to hell! It's fine, we can work with this. They're both a lost cause anyway. What reason wouldn't the Heartless Maiden have to screw everyone over if she knew how loyal her partner would be? No, we can use this to our benefit. Now that we know that the Ace and 10 are out of the way, we can keep sending the higher cards up, and they can hit for lows without worrying of busting. Isn't the King, Queen, Jack, 9, and 8 still here? That's still a lot of high numbers. Yeah, it is. And I'm one of them! What I'm trying to say is that there isn't much risk of pulling a high number. Why don't well, actually, the Ace is... It could be a 1, so... Technically, that's only one of the high numbers gone. We should start thinking about which one of us deserves to clear the game more. It's what the game is designed around, isn't it? Finally, someone actually wants to make this entertaining. But how can that be decided? We were all found guilty, weren't we? I've got a few ideas on who should be getting canned. 3 to be exact. Here we go again. It's like all they think about. I agree with me, first mate. Those scallywags threatened us and ripped us off our gold. If Seahorse and Mermaid were still here, they would have agreed with us. That's the metric we're judging things by. I doubt we should be the first on the list. Are you saying the first aid kit is worth more than human lives? The fuck are you talking about? 7 people were eliminated in roulette. That means not everyone made it out with their partner. Or could it be that they both got eliminated? If that was the case, there would have been an even number of players. At least one person here made it out on their own. What's that got to do with anything? Doesn't change the fact that you blackmailed us! Oh, as cruel as it is, I think I get what he's trying to say. That whoever eliminated their partner should be the one to die. That was forever ago, though. Does anyone even know who went with who? Okay, well, Benny and me. Sailor and Sandbag were together. Oh, Rook and Cecilia were together. And... God, Coben was with somebody. I remember hearing something about it. I have no idea. Okay, wait. No, not Rook, but... Okay, so... We gotta know that fucking... Vic had a pair. Vic was paired with somebody, because he wouldn't be suggesting killing someone off if he wasn't. Say Bones. I'm gonna say Bones. Yeah, I don't know. Something isn't right. Okay, I'm confident about the first 3 pairs. First 3 pairs I'm confident about. It's the other ones that I'm not sure about. I think Elise is the murdering type. You and Bones. Okay, so it was Poppy with him. There's no doubt about it, those were the pairs. That confirms it then. The outliers are at least Vega and Maneki. Vega! You killed your partner. Gasp! I don't mean to imply this just because a few of us had a moment of weakness and deserve to be shunned by the group. One manslaughter does not a monster make, I say. Alright, so we know Elise is at least one of them. So that means starfish and catfish were together, right? No, that isn't right either. What was off when you first got on stage? Blood! Vega got a replacement coat when they got on stage, isn't that right? Your original was a bit stained. Well, hold on a second! Oh, Vega. Should've known you made it out alone. You think I got them eliminated on purpose? I was trying to cooperate. It's not my fault they didn't want to work with me. I had no choice. It was either them or me. Hug. Excuses, excuses. Learn how to stand proud of your actions. You played the game the right way. Time's up, because no one felt like volunteering this round, folks. Again, you gotta give us more of a warning. We're still in the middle of a discussion. You can't just... Rules are rules. As we explained earlier, a pair will now be chosen by an audience vote. Help us determine which two outlaws get a free ticket up the gallows. Call the number on your screen to cast your votes now. This is bullshit. There's no way they'll vote fairly. Well, things could still end up going as planned. If the audience votes for who they think deserves to get out the most, then the contestants with the worst history are least likely to be. And the votes are in! Good God, that was fast! The first lucky contestant with the most calls is... Of course. Wow, I just keep getting away with it. Or I guess they could just go with who they think will be the most entertaining to see. And the next up to the stage is... Neki! Looks like the audience has a favorite type, the tongue-tied enigma. What? How come those two get picked but not me? I was being excluded too. Something's wrong. All I did was just stand there. Clearly you weren't interesting enough like the power duo that is Cheshire and I, duh. Have you two even spoken to each other? Of course we have. Cheshire leads a deeply rich inner life, you know. You should see their family history. It's 5 seasons worth of soap opera. We could talk for hours. You could. Alright, you two. I know you didn't exactly choose to be up here, but it seems our audience had something in mind. You aren't nervous, are you? Why should I be? I'm hoping for the worst to happen. Well, who are we to keep you waiting? Mr. Dealer, can we see that first card? 7. Lucky number 7. A queen and joker? What are the chances of that? Maneki is the joker. That's why he was saying that he didn't know what his card was. Because he literally doesn't have a number. 2 blackjacks in a row, ladies and gentlemen. So what it'll be, you two? You planning on sticking it out together, or hit? Oh, hell yeah. Whoa! Being nonsensical is supposed to be my deal. Don't make me blush. Isn't that a surprising turn of events? The Enigma chooses to skip the easy blackjack in order to get another contestant on the platform. Of course that's what they do. They're a good crew member. Sailor. It's true! If they killed that guy in the preliminaries to get ahead, they would have just left behind another participant, right? That's our first hit of the game! As we explained in the rules, once anyone on the gallows hits, it's a free-for-all. Even those outside the section closest to the gate gotta be chosen at random. Now, without further ado, let's draw our next card. Who's it gonna be? 4! Creative Gardener, please make your way up to the gallows. Who, me? Only a 4. That makes another blackjack, unless the Wild Bunch are feeling extra spontaneous today. What it'll be, gentlemen? Do you plan on pushing your luck one more time? I know I just got here, but I'd like to stay. Aw, come on, where's your sense of adventure? I want to see how many guys we can cram up on the platform before it gives out. Going once, going twice. Stay. And they're safe! The platform slowly rises back to the main stage and lifts the trio to safety. What card you get? I got the 9. Great, partner up with me. Hey, what card do you have? Lucky number 2. Not sure if I'd call that lucky. It's like a super lucky number in some places. Why, do you not trust me or something? No, it's not that. Why would you want to team up with me? Wouldn't it make more sense you want to pair up with a smaller number? Hell no! Think about it. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 are left. Partners that add up to 11 are probably the best pairs any people can get right now. Worst case scenario, we hit and end up with a low number, but there's nothing we can pull that would lead it to a bust. But no, yeah, I am being honest about it. My card's ass. Me partnering up with the notorious Edwin Gates, huh? Hamilton's called me the Bull Rider. Please don't ask people to call you that. Alright, that's, you could have at least waited for me to finish the line. Sorry, old man. You're gonna have to be faster than that. Benny? Huh? What? No way! Someone was quicker than me? You might want to work on your trigger finger. You've got a wide selection of contestants here, Mr. Tycoon. Who will it be? I chose Poppy as my pair. Trivial Tyrant and Lackadaisical Pest. Please make your way to the gallows. It's not my real name. 3. Aw, just a 3? Let's see what score the players have against that. A 13? 13? Really? That can't be right. Poppy lied. You said you were the 9. You believed it. Do you realize how bad of a spot you've put us in? You're acting like we've already lost. There's only one person who could even put us over 21 left in the pool. There didn't have to be anyone that could put me over 21. The hell did you lie for? It's not like anyone was gonna pick me if I hadn't. With good reason, you little pest! Ugh. Do we have a verdict on if you're staying or... No. Hit. Another shot from the Outlaws! Who will be lucky or unlucky card B? Shit, what are the odds of either of us getting picked? 33% give or take. There's 17 they'll bust on the first go. Only 33? Then we've got nothing to worry about. Well, there goes my best odds. Fuck that, I'm not going. Benny, I still call bullshit on the rules. You should be free to say no. Tough luck, Runaway! Let's see what you're working with now! Yeah! Collar around Benny's neck goes tight as it starts reeling him towards the gallows. Jesus. Your current hand is 15! What an unlucky card to pull, huh, folks? You've gotta be kidding me. Barely any progress. Better than 13, you're freaking welcome. Don't push it. What's the plan? We're standing. You sure will be enough? If you stand hard at a 15, the dealer's up card is 2 through 6. Thought you already knew this wasn't regular blackjack. We still stand. There's a 7, 9, and 8 out there. There's no way in hell we... What the hell did you just do? Hit, duh. You realize what you've just done? Yeah, I just said I hit. You've killed us, that's what you did! There's no way in hell we pass with just a 15. I did us a favor. This doesn't count, we're withdrawing that hit. No can do, a hit is a hit. Can't unshoot a gun after it's already fired, can you? Are you saying the rest of us don't get any say on it? We let you hit without Poppy's involvement, didn't we? What are you complaining about anyways? You're the one that wanted to work on my trigger finger. Can't imagine a death more embarrassing than this. First time getting a 4th card in the same round, folks. And the card we're drawing is... Deadly Dreamboat! Please make your way up to the gallows! You've gotta be shitting me. 20! No fucking way. You're lucky this was the case, otherwise I would have shoved you off the gallows myself. It's bad luck to me. I get that you were severely run over before joining, but are you out of your mind? This is literally the best case scenario. So, what's the verdict? Stand! Whoa, I haven't even finished the sentence yet. Stand it is! Now we reveal the dealer's hand. And would you look at that? Dealer bust! What? Told you to stand at hard 15. Does this mean we would have passed with just a 13 too? So, no hard feelings, I hope. For once, Suits was right. Should've just stood. He spits out before bumping into Bone's shoulder as he walks past him to stand on the edge. Benny? Okay, I thought he was gonna do something drastic. Eventually the four are lifted out of your sight as the platform slowly rises back to the main stage. Jeez. Final round! Y'all are standing right on the edge of the cliff now. Really make this one count. You're the 9, correct? Yeah. That must mean Sailor and Sandbag are truthful about holding the 6 and the 7 card. So you must be 8 or 10. The 8, yes. I overheard that you worked in statistics. What's the chance of winning on a 17? 70%, give or take. What about a 13? I mean, I'm doing calculations on the fly. It's not perfect, but probably a 35% chance. So that means our pair has the best chance of surviving. With just pairs, yeah. But if you and Sandbag go, you can still hit. What, so it can pick you up and bust? Or it'll pick Sailor and you'll get a guarantee out of here with Blackjack. If some combination of Sandbag, Sailor, and I go up to pair to hit, then we might get stuck with you. And not to be harsh, but the reality is we're not in a place to assess how many we can save. We need to start thinking about who has the best odds in being saved at all. What's all of our odds of survival here? So, with one option, Sandbag and you go up and hit with a 50% chance. 3 people live, 50% chance all 4 die. Right. And the other option, you, I go up, stay with a 70% chance 2 people will live, 100% chance the other 2 will die. Keep in mind, the only scenario you have is chance of surviving is the last one. Yeah, but that means, it's either a 70% chance of 2 living or a 50% chance of 3. Yeah, so 50% chance, of a kid and 1 other person looking out for him living. Be smart about this, Edwin. 3 minutes left in deliberation, folks. So now you're giving us the heads up, that's what I was gonna say! That's what I was gonna say! We didn't get a heads up before, but now we are? In the last round? When it matters the least? Yeah, alright, okay. Okay? We'll go with your plan, it's less risky, and it allows for the highest chance of survival, even then there's a chance we die, and, you don't have to keep justifying it to yourself, it's the right choice, just trust me, it's the right choice, Ahoy, Orca Man! Hey, how are you holding up, We're discussing a plan of attack, How's that going for you? We've settled on one. Kind of. The only issue is I forget what part of the actual rules and what Sea Bunny told me. Sorry, I'm terrible with this kind of stuff. It's okay, leave it to us and we can... You feel a firm grip on your shoulder. Eddie. Huh? I think it's best if you stick with Vega. Celia and I can figure something out on our own. This is sad. This is really sad, actually. Time's up, everyone! I hope you're all where you want to be. And the Brutal Bull fires! Did I? Another easy pairing. Who's it gonna be, big guy? Me. He's pairing up with me. Brutal Bull and Paranoid Cosmologist, please step up to face against the dealer. Is he allowed to do that? Just say that it's him? I mean, I guess if I don't object, then... Hey, no, wait. I could have sworn I had that. I'm a good shot. I would have been faster. Get back here. Hey, I'm not done talking to you. You're not seriously just leaving us to die down here, are you? But you told me to. Did I? Yeah, you told me to! You're not seriously leaving us to die down here, are you? Ignore them. Come on. No, I'm not done talking to you. I'm not done. As you reach the gallows of Vega, you feel the collar around your neck noticeably slack. The floor beneath you slightly gives and the platform sways as you walk on it. You can feel a light breeze from the chasm. A 9! Pretty high! Will this duo have what it takes to beat a number like that? Sandbag, forget him. Get the collar loose, maybe there's a way out of it. I already tried, it won't come off! Unless you're trying for something really surprising, I take it you'll both be staying? Hit, for God's sake! Get us on the podium, we'll find a way out! We'll climb up it if we have to, come on! Staying! We're staying on a 17, Alright, Mr. Dealer, let's see it, What's wrong with you? Why aren't you listening to me? Isn't the point of all this proving that you're still humane? I'm trying to save a kid here. Do any of us actually care about what's right? Just because we messed up once are we not people, you? Answer me, damn it! Sailor. Put me down. Stop, that hurts. Put me down. It's not fair. Player wins! Yay! Congratulations! You pesky outlaws got away with it this time. We sure did. If this game looked interesting to you and you want to see what other options there were, then you should play the game yourself. First chapter, it's free on Steam. Thanks. Queen. Numbers. To be continued in chapter 2.